Now for our story. Have you ever seen a contraption like this? And can you guess what it did? Well, unless you're a buff on the history of photography, the answer to both questions is probably no. It's called a zoopraxiscope, and it played a major role in the creation of a great industry and a turning point in the life of the man who put it together way back in 1872. You'll see it work in this strange true story of a bet that was made and won in San Francisco. We call it the $25,000 wager.
Flora? I thought it was you.
Oh, well, hello, Frederick.
Flora, please.
Mr. Mybridge is taking my picture.
Who? You buffoon? Swing by your tail for a while.
Frederick, don't talk to him that way. He's asked me to marry him.
So has every man in San Francisco with good eyes, including me.
Well, I've accepted him.
Flora, you can't. Look at this. And this. These are diamonds. Real diamonds. I can buy them for you. I want to. You'll be back in society.
Back? I was never in society.
Sure you were.
When George died, I was out. Where were all those friends, the ones who never missed our parties? I didn't drop them. They dropped me. I've had my fill of society. I want to be with people.
But him? He's not people. He even tries to look like a fool.
He has his reasons.
For wearing those clothes? For wearing those whiskers?
I said he has his reasons, and they're good enough for me.
Flora, I'm ready.
Well, I'm not.
I've got it.
Frederick, please go.
Not till you promise not to marry him. Not till you talk to me. I thought the clowns left with the circus.
The lady asked you to go.
She doesn't really want me to go.
I do. Now leave, or...
Or what?
Oh, Edward! Edward, hurry.
When the governor gets here, let him wait. It'll help him to remember me.
Darling, Governor Leland Stanford is here. Won't you sit down? He'll be right with you.
Thank you.
Sugar?
No, thank you. I've never heard the name Edward. Is it Welsh?
No, my husband made it up.
Oh.
When he came to this country from England, his name was James Edward Muggeridge.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, he wanted something different, something people would remember. You see, he feels he has to make good in a hurry. For the past 100 years, all the men in his family have died young.
It doesn't mean that he will.
No, but he wants to make sure he has time to do something important. And he will. You know, he has 100 ideas for making better cameras. Well, he feels that if people remember him, if he becomes famous, he can charge higher fees, close the studio, and work on those ideas. He'll do it, too.
I'm sure he will.
I gather my new coat startles you.
Your wife was just telling me you want to stand out from the crowd.
I'm not in the crowd, Governor.
My husband is the world's greatest photographer.
I'll agree to that. I saw the pictures you took in Alaska and at Yosemite.
That's not enough. I've got to do something no one else has ever done. Big, important, unforgettable.
Well, with the drive that you've got inside of you and this lovely lady to help you, you might make it. Meanwhile, why haven't you answered my letters about taking some pictures of my horse Occident?
People have seen lots of horses.
Not like Occident. He's not just a horse. He's the greatest trotting horse on earth. He deserves to have his picture taken by the world's greatest photographer.
Oh, No wonder they elected you governor. Yeah, I'll think about it.
No time for that. I'm leaving for Sacramento tonight. See my horse Occident race against Silver King.
Silver King? Well, that's Frederick McCrellish's horse.
McCrellish? Is he a friend of yours?
On the contrary. Friend of yours?
Oh, on the contrary. I'll take Occident's picture on one condition.
You name it.
That he beats Fred McCrellish. I mean, Silver King.
Occident looks ready.
He is beautiful.
Hey, Flora. And my old sparring partner. How are you, buddy? Come on over and sit with the owner of the Winter.
We are sitting with him.
Put your money where your mouth is. Come on. You like Occident? Bet on him. How much? How about you, Governor? Little man-to-man wager? Say 5,000?
I bet on people, not horses.
There they go. That's driving him, Charlie. Let him go. Look at that Silver King. Look at him go.
Come on, Occident!
It's a cakewalk, Charlie. A cakewalk. Hey, Governor, when's your animals start running? Drive him, Charlie, drive him! All the way, Charlie! All the way!
Here comes Occident.
Hang on, Charlie! Come on! Come on!
Yo! That was wonderful. Congratulations, Governor.
Occident deserves them, not me. He's a magnificent animal. Remember, you've got to take his picture.
I will.
Now, this can be an important picture. People will remember it if you can catch that vigor, that animal vitality Occident had coming down the stretch. He was flying.
Sure. He has wings. His feet never touch the ground.
There are times when they don't.
What holds him up? I told you he was a nut.
My bridge, I believe you're right.
Okay. You say you bet on people. Prove it. I say he's wrong. Let's make it interesting. I've got $25,000 that also says you're both wrong.
Can you take a picture of Occident with all his hoofs off the ground?
Maybe. Now, it all depends
Come on, Stanford. Let's put up or shut up.
Mr. McCrellish, I do bet on people. You have a wager. Everything in order?
Almost.
Good. You know, every time I come to Palo Alto, this farm, I'm tempted to move my office down here.
Hold this, please. Ready, Flora?
Give him his head! Let him run himself tired! My bridge, you can't scare a horse like that. Not my horse.
I'm sorry, Governor, but I need that much light.
Well, get it some other way.
Governor, he's only trying to win your bet for you.
You're right, Mrs. Mybridge. I apologize to both of you.
He'll be right out.
Fine. He better not be later than 3 o'clock. That's the deadline. 2 minutes from now.
Well, Edward's been working on it for a whole month. A minute or two more can't make any difference.
It will to him. $25,000 worth. I see that picture by 3 o'clock.
We got it! We got it!
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You'll be remembered for this.
Why, you've not only built a better, faster camera, you've shaken the entire world of art.
Really?
Why, of course. Every artist, even the great Maisonnier in Paris, paints horses wrong. Why, you've done something really important. You've added knowledge to the world. Well, are you willing to admit it now?
Where's the negative of this?
Well, what's the difference? You can see all 4 hooves are off the ground.
Yes, but these hooves don't look right. How do I know he didn't retouch the negative?
I did.
You admit it?
Sure, but only to make the hoofs come out clearer.
Pay me.
I didn't change the picture.
Just improved it a little.
Can you make a picture like this without any retouching?
I'd have to invent an even faster shutter to keep the hoofs from blurring.
Well, can he have a few more days?
Why? Did he give me a few more days? Before I knew it, his trains were taking ice from the mountains and putting my wagons out of business.
Frederick, you know they're right. That's why you won't do it.
All right. You want a 1-week extension?
That might be enough.
You've got it. On one condition. I want the whole city, the entire country, to laugh at the great Stanford.
What's your condition?
That we invite reporters, men from every paper, to be judges. You want a 1-week extension. That's the gamble you take. We let everybody know about your crazy idea.
We don't have enough room here.
There'll be plenty of room at the San Francisco Art Association. We'll be there next Monday.
Well,
I hope so.
come in. Frederick.
Hello, Flora.
Well, Edward's not here.
I didn't think he was. Where are the glasses?
Frederick, don't open that bottle.
You're beautiful, Flora. You belong on Nob Hill, drinking wine, not here making a shirt for him.
I love him. He's a decent, wonderful man. He tries very hard. So far, things haven't worked out.
You're not in love with him. You're sorry for the poor fella. But Flora, think of yourself. You're wasting years with him that we could be enjoying. Admit it. He's a loser, a failure.
Well, he won't be when he makes the picture for Governor Stanford.
How's he going to make it? I know. He'll find a horse that flies like a bird.
No, he'll make it with Occident.
You're sure?
I'm positive.
Then bet on him. Don't just talk. I say he won't. You say he will. If he does, I'll pay you $10,000. If he doesn't, you leave him and come with me. It was worth a try.
Get out.
I just stopped by to check. You gonna show up Monday?
I don't know.
Did you take any pictures today?
Hundreds.
Mybridge, do you want a tip? You and Stanford say Occident is smart enough to fly. If he is, why don't you let him take his own picture?
Darling, that's it. He's right. Occident can take his own picture. I'm going back to Palo Alto. These vertical lines are 2 foot apart. This horizontal line is 1.5 foot up. So if our picture shows a continuous line, it proves all 4 hoofs were at least that high off the ground. Now, about this yarn. As Occident hits and breaks each yarn, thus, the yarn will snap the shutter on the corresponding camera. Now, this way, we'll get a dozen pictures in the 2/3 of a second it takes Occident to run 24 feet.
Wonderful.
Now, some place in those 24 feet, there'll be at least one point where all his hooves will be off the ground.
Congratulations.
Ah, you save that till you see if it works.
He's afraid of that white yarn. Get a darker color.
I tried that first. He shied when he felt the strings. Now, I thought if he could see them...
Don't get discouraged now. I think you're close to the answer.
Well, you want me to go on trying?
Well, of course.
Governor, you haven't got the bills for all this yet.
I don't care what it costs. If we're right, it'll teach people something they never knew. And knowledge is cheap at any price. Spend whatever you need, but get that picture.
Flora, these wires, do you see them?
Yes, Edward.
There are 12, one from each camera. They run into the ground, then under the canvas, so Occident can't see them, then out the other side. Now, the sulky wheels have steel rims. As the rim hits each wire, it completes an electric circuit and trips the camera. Do you understand?
Well, I think so.
Well, you will when you see it work. If it works. Flora, those clicks, those were the cameras. I'll bring them home as soon as they're developed.
I'm David Neal from the Bulletin.
Come in.
Thank you. Glad I found you home on a Saturday night.
This is Mrs. Mybridge. Mr. Neal's from the Bulletin.
How do you do?
How do you do?
I'm supposed to be one of the judges on Monday, if you show up.
Well, of course I'll show up.
You will. Why?
Well, because he's made the picture. See for yourself.
That's a great job,
Thank you.
and really looks legitimate. You know, if McCullish hadn't told us about that other retouch job, this sure would have convinced me. Looks like all his hooves really are off the ground.
Oh, they are. That picture's not retouched.
Sure.
I'll show you the negative.
Mybridge, I write the funny stuff for the Bulletin. The nut stories. You know, about the people that invent a machine that can add and subtract. People that have ideas about building a bridge across San Francisco Bay. I get 'em all, so don't try to kid me.
He's not kidding you. The picture's not retouched. He told you that. My husband is not a liar.
All right, you really believe it. Fine. That's my story.
What story?
Man convinces wife horses can fly. See you Monday.
If he thinks it's a trick, the others will too.
Maybe not.
Maybe. That's not good enough. Darling, I'm 35 years old. If I miss this chance, I may not live to...
Well, you didn't miss it.
But if they don't believe me, if they think it's another retouching trick or...
You were brilliant enough to do what you set out to do. Now, I know you'll be brilliant enough to find a way to prove it. Clear the table, I'll get some tea.
maybe we can prove.
All right, boys, here he is.
Glad all of you got here.
You think there's any chance of the governor winning the bet?
Sure. Stanford has a lot of political influence. Maybe he got Sacramento to repeal the law of gravity. I hope you brought the money.
I did, but I don't think I'll need it.
The governor's going to win the bet. Edward can prove he's right.
Where is old Whiskers?
He went home to change his clothes. He was up all night finishing this machine.
Can I look?
I don't think Edward would mind.
Can this thing fly, too?
Excuse me, gentlemen. Excuse me. Let him see the whole thing.
Mybridge, you'll be remembered for inventing this thing. The first bicycle that can't move.
I call it a zoopraxiscope, and you better remember that name. It's going to cost you $25,000.
Shaving sure has made you cocky.
I'm not cocky. I'm satisfied.
How does it work, if it does?
Attached to this glass wheel are negatives of the full set of pictures. Now, the light will shine through this slot and project onto that white surface. Now, if any of you have any questions after the demonstration, I'll answer them. Take your seats, gentlemen. Oh, McCrellish, and you too, Neil. Before you sit down, turn out the lights.
I'm not the janitor.
You want to see it work, don't you?
It's not flying.
That's the first picture. Now I'm going to spin the glass wheel.
I don't believe it.
I do.
So do I.
And so do I. Pay me. Well, Mr. Mybridge, it cost me $200,000 to collect $25,000, but it's worth it. I've paid more for old master paintings. You've just done what no other artist ever did in history. You've made pictures move.
Might you be Mr. Andrew Carter?
I always have been.
I'm Abe Hughes from Indiana. Farmer by trade, preacher by preference. Our wagon party's going on to Oregon, and the young lady's traveling along with us. Joined her married sister who come across the plains last spring. Now, I brought her on ahead because she's hunting something that she thinks you might have.
She might be polite enough to ask before she looks for it in my house.
She's mighty strong-minded. When we heard of you, our last stop back, nothing to do but she had to hire me to get her to you right away.
Why, you have got it. This harp belonged to my mother and to her mother. It came all the way from France. It's a genuine Cousineau, and it cost over $400. Would you put it in the wagon, please, Mr. Hughes? But be very careful. These strings are irreplaceable.
Now, wait a minute, ma'am.
My name is Mary Ann Duncan.
You know, there's an old saying that possession is 9 points of the law. It kind of goes along with finders keepers.
Losers, weepers? Well, I'm not the weeping kind, and this is my harp. Would you put it in the wagon, please?
Well, now, I can't go against the law and custom of the trail. You see, if your sister and her husband dumped your harp out of their wagon...
But they had to. In order to get over the mountains, they had to lighten their load.
If folks choose to leave things behind, then they've given up their claim on them.
I suppose you've been strumming on this as if it were a banjo?
I've plunked it a few times, yes.
With those hands.
You're tempting me to use them where they do more good.
Oh, you scavenger.
Say that again.
You're nothing but a scavenger.
Reverend, you better get her out of here right now.
When I go, my property goes with me.
I don't see any of your property around here.
Now stop. He's right. Law salvage is the same on land as it is at sea. Now, Miss Duncan, if you was to,
Oh, I see. $20.
The price has gone up since you started calling names.
That's all you're going to get.
I can see from here it's not enough.
Why, you...
Scavenger, I believe you said before.
Miss Duncan, you'd best come along with me. It's getting towards sundown. We should be back to the wagons. There's a lot of preparation before we tackle crossing the divide.
I suppose there'll be a lot of other families leaving treasures behind for you to gloat over.
Well, what counts is getting across them mountains.
When I cross those mountains, my harp goes with me.
Then I've got a hunch you're going to be on this side of them a long, long time.
I loathe you. I despise you. And I want my harp.
You know, I'll bet if you tried, you could learn to yell louder than that.
No, she's just a young girl that don't know how to deal with men.
Then I'd say it was high time she learned.
You don't really want that harp now.
The question is, how bad does she want it?
We'll set up camp down the road a piece for the next few days. Then there'll be time for him and you to cool off, and maybe you can set up a deal. I figured he'd have a change of heart. Well, Mr. Carter?
How bad do you want that harp?
As if you didn't know.
No, I don't know. But I'm willing to be convinced. I'll make a deal with you, with the Reverend as a witness.
How much?
No, I didn't mention money. I said I'd make a deal with you. You can earn the harp.
How?
Well, to start with, by doing my washing for me. There's twice as much around here as I've gotten to.
You couldn't be serious.
Why not? I'm talking about a woman's work. You're a woman, so you can clean my house for me. And you can milk the cow, and you can do the cooking, and you can learn some things that a woman's supposed to know, like respect for a man in his house. No, you couldn't handle it. Not you and your high and mighty pride. Or you want your harp back, but you're not willing to work for it. You and your fancy frills and laces. Go on in and get it. The harp, she can have it. They belong together. Pretty on the outside, nothing on the inside.
All right, Scavenger. Now, how long must we play this childish game of yours?
Well, easy now, before this thing goes too far.
He made an offer, and I've accepted.
You can't.
Why can't I?
Well, because you and him, both in the same house.
You said you'd be camping right down the road.
Yeah, sure, but...
How long?
Well, say a week.
Won't be here that long.
Don't worry about it, Reverend. She won't last a day.
Won't I? We'll just wait and see.
I don't approve of this. It ain't proper, her staying here.
She's safe. I wouldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole. Now, there's no earthly reason why you should sleep outside. I'm used to sleeping out. Now, you go back on in, and I'll bed down out here. You are the stubbornest woman
Good night, Mr. Carter.
All right. Good night.
Indians, they're after me!
It's all right. You can come out now. You're not being chased.
But that savage.
Well, he's a very peaceful savage. His name is Chapatulas. He's a friend of mine.
He didn't look friendly to me.
You see, he picks up things along the trail, and he brings them to me, and we trade.
Oh, I see.
That's right. He's a scavenger just like me.
Watch it. Kili. No go.
Go look.
That's heirloom sterling. And willow ware. Well, some family brought this all the way from England. And look at this vase. Why, this vase is worth a lot of money.
Not out here, it isn't.
Is anything worth anything to you?
Probably not. Not the way you see it.
Well, I think it's a sin to gather up precious things that people loved.
Maybe they figure that getting over the Continental Divide to the Promised Land is a whole lot more important. Trade?
Mother, kuta.
No rifle, no.
Where? Wastela kapi.
What's so funny?
Well, how much do you figure you're worth?
What?
He wanted to trade this painted vase for you. You look around. We talk later. Did you really think I'd trade you to that Indian?
I don't know what you might do.
Your opinion of me gets lower and lower, doesn't it? Well, it looks like my garden crop will be picking ripe any day now. It'll be the first crop I grew out of the ground in this part of the country.
You talk as if you planted a little of yourself along with it.
Well, you might say in a way I did.
Will I have to help you pick the vegetables?
Oh, I wouldn't expect you to do that. You know, I've been thinking. As far as I'm concerned, well, you've earned your heart back. There won't be any need for you to go on tiring yourself out.
No. A bargain is for keeping. I made one, and I'll keep it.
You're the stubbornest woman. Well, at least you can sleep in the house and get some rest for a change. I'll sleep outside.
I'm perfectly comfortable sleeping under the stars.
When was the last time you washed your face? I had sort of a disagreement with Bobcat a couple weeks back.
It looks like he won.
Oh, here, that's too much for you.
Oh,
Let me help you.
thank you. Why, that's a beautiful painting. It must be valuable.
Only to me. That was my house before the war. I painted it.
You painted it?
I used to like to paint.
Well, I thought you told me you'd always been a wanderer.
My folks wandered. I settled down, but it didn't last long.
What happened?
The war happened. Now go. Don't come back. No more trade, no more friend.
No more trade? No more friend?
Get out before I...
What have you been doing to her?
Why, he didn't do anything to me.
I heard you scream. I was just driving over here, and I heard this poor young woman yelling for help.
It was all a misunderstanding.
That's right. And come to think of it, I don't like being accused when I'm not guilty.
Ease down. Ease down. Now, the way I figure it, this young lady is my responsibility.
Thank you, Mr. Hughes, but I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself.
Maybe so in Boston. But this is the Wild West.
I don't notice anything wild.
Miss Duncan.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
Come to think of it, so do I.
Hold on. Hold on, you two!
Well, I can't believe my eyes. I didn't know you were invited to the governor's ball.
Anything wrong with dressing up on Sunday?
No, that's right. Sunday is our day of rest. But don't you feel a little odd all dressed up in somebody else's cast-off finery?
For your information, Miss Duncan, I bought this outfit right before the war. And it was about all I had left when I got home.
I'm sorry. I'll put dinner on the table.
Say, how about a little wine before we dine?
Why, Mr. Carter, you're a poet.
Says it's from France, just like your harp.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What were you? I mean, what did you do before the war?
I grew cotton.
You know, until this very moment, I could never imagine you the wealthy, aristocratic owner of a plantation.
Well, it wasn't a plantation, it was just a farm. But it was a start. That last crop was really wonderful. There were long rows of soft white tufts like bright faces of children looking into the sun just as far as the eye could see. Nothing there now but charred ruins and dead grass. Seems like a storm blowing up.
Good. Maybe it'll be cooler tomorrow.
Well, it'll be cooler. We're headed into the rainy season.
Were you ever married?
There wasn't time for that. It sounds like a real cloudburst.
Is the weather so important?
Well, it is if it ruins my garden crop, and it might.
There must have been a girl.
She married somebody else. It's really coming down. But now, let's talk about you. How is it that you never married and had a house with a husband and children?
I was engaged, and he was killed in the war. Then after the war, my sister got married, and I taught school. Then 2 months ago, Mother died, and I came west. I guess we both have a lot to forget.
I knew it. I had a feeling.
A feeling about what?
Let's just say I'm glad I didn't put it off any longer.
Didn't put what off?
We're setting off first thing in the morning, rain or shine. Get started over them mountains before the weather gets any worse.
I can't leave tomorrow.
Well, you can't stay unless you marry him.
Marry her?
Why, I wouldn't marry him if he were the last man on earth.
I wouldn't marry her if I was.
Now, listen to me, both of you.
Your garden crop, it'll be ruined.
Forget about my garden crop.
But it's the first one you ever planted here.
Well, you can always plant another.
Where are you going?
Hey, where are you going? All right, you two. Now, like I said before you went off to pick his vegetable patch, it's got to be one way or t'other. Either you come along with us or you stay and marry him.
Now, wait a minute, Reverend.
I ain't gonna argue the point.
Who's arguing? Well, what are you waiting for?
That's a good question.
Well, I got a good answer for it. Join hands.
In the Old West, a man's gun was a vital necessity. To some, it represented a way of life, and to others, it meant life itself. To most Westerners, a single-action Colt 45 was the ideal weapon. But the professional hunters and the mountain men chose a bigger and more powerful weapon, like this Sharps rifle. It weighs about 8 pounds, and its 45-70 shell delivered a kick like a mule. It's not the kind of gun you'd find in the hands of a pretty young girl, but that's what happened when a tenderfoot met the daughters of Peter the Hunter.
You think you could have done any better?
Glory be. I've died and gone to heaven.
Where did you get these?
At Pritchard's department store in Philadelphia. Pennsylvania?
Never heard of it. Where did you get this?
It came with the mule.
What are you doing in these parts?
Prospecting.
Prospecting? For what?
Gold?
In these hills? Boy, you're 50 miles east of the diggings. If there's one bit of gold in this entire range, I'll fry it in bar grease and eat it.
I'll go easy on him. Poor Arbuckle's all tuckered out.
Tuckered out? By the great horn toad, he ought to be laid out. What are you two mooning at?
Thanks for taking my part.
Far as I can see, there's mighty little to take.
I mean for telling him to go easy on me.
Oh, you talk too much.
Why do you call me Arbuckle?
'Cause that's what you are.
My name's Jim Beaumont.
Don't make any less of Arbuckle.
You must think I'm pretty stupid.
Stupid ain't near the word for it.
What'd I do wrong?
What'd you do right? Why in tarnation you carrying that gun around? You don't know how to shoot it.
I couldn't find anything to shoot at.
Oh, you couldn't hit anything if you did. But even that piece of junk will make a noise if you pull the trigger.
Well, why would I want to make a noise?
Well, if you hadn't, and I hadn't heard it, you'd be dead by now.
I guess I am an Arbuckle.
I guess you sure are.
Too late.
You take beaver from river.
Well, here and there.
You hunt bear, too. Grizzly ancestor of my people.
Well, now that you mention it, I can see a little resemblance.
You here alone?
Me and my 3 girls.
This land reserved for hunting by my tribe.
Well, now, I don't recollect any treaty to that effect.
The Cote make own treaty. Can you pay? Es money. Guapo con él.
Just a minute. Before you start that, I want you to meet my daughter. This here's Celine. This here's my youngest, Desiree. And this here's my oldest, Julie. Now, what were you saying about making a treaty?
I wanted to help. Julie! Julie, where are you? Oh. Oh, I shaved. Cut my hair. Well, I didn't think a shine would help much. Oh. These are for you.
For me. You figure I can't pick my own?
Didn't a man ever bring you flowers before?
What would he do that for?
Well, a kind of a way of saying things. Like, thanks for saving my life.
Flowers?
I know you think I'm pretty much of a Arbuckle, but I just wanted to tell you that I honestly and truly admire you very much. You missed.
Missed? Why, I could have put a bullet in that critter's left eyeball if I would have wanted to.
Yeah? Well, then why didn't you?
Any critter's got a right to live. I just wanted to make him mind his manners.
Is that why you treat me the way you do?
What?
Well, you're not afraid of an old mountain lion. You afraid of me?
Afraid? Why, you Arbuckle. You couldn't scare a one-eyed flea off in a two-legged dog.
Well, then why are you running away from me?
Who's running?
You are. Why, every time I come near you, find something to do someplace else.
There's always something else to do in a trapper's camp. For them that know how.
Boy, you sure do know how. No, that's kind of unusual for a girl.
It ain't half as unusual as a man that don't know anything.
Julie, don't you like me?
Why should I?
Well, why shouldn't you?
Well, for one thing, you can't ride. You can't shoot. But the only thing you can do is eat and talk and pick flowers.
Yeah, I can do more than just that.
Like what?
I can read poetry.
You call me ignorant?
No, I'm not. I can play the piano.
Well, you see if that helps you the next time you lose your way in the woods.
I can give you the square root of any number you name.
Well, you see if that'll stand up against a grizzly when one comes nuzzling at you in the night.
In Philadelphia, I'm considered to be quite a catch.
Well, you're no catch here, let me tell you. Girl'd have no call to take pride in it if you came a-courting her.
What makes you think I'm courting you?
You mean you ain't?
Get on back to camp. Get! I'm gonna whoop the hide right off of you, boy.
Why?
Why? Well, I'll say one thing for you. You got gall.
Yeah, I must have a lot of it, or I wouldn't want to marry your daughter.
You what?
I'm in love with Thule. I want to marry her.
You ain't got just gall. You got brain fever. You're crazier than a moonstruck loon.
May I have your consent to our marriage?
No!
I don't understand your attitude.
If I ever catch you near that girl of mine again, I'm gonna cut you up into skunk bait and feed you to the buzzards. Now you get out of my sight and stay out. Move! Move. I'm surprised you got the gall to face me after how you've been carrying on.
Pa,
Don't you paw me.
I gotta have that boy.
What?
I gotta have that boy.
Are you absolutely out of your grasshopping weasel-eyed mind?
Ain't no help for it, Pa. I gotta have him.
Look at him. If that ain't a lop-eared, six-fingered, swivel-necked
Ain't
arbuckle,
gonna make no difference what you call him.
Oh! Do you know what he was doing this morning? Right out in broad daylight, he was scraping the whiskers off of his chin. Do you hear me? He was scraping off his chin whiskers.
That's a right nice thing to do when a fella goes a-courting.
If the good Lord intended male and female to look alike, he wouldn't have give whiskers to the men.
Oh, Pa, you just don't understand about men and women.
Oh, I know what I see with my own eyes. Why, he ain't even a full-size greenhorn. He's puny. Tooley, can't you see it with your own eyes? Why, that scrawny greenhorn ain't got sense to pick figs, let alone take on a wife. Even if he lives long enough to make marrying him worthwhile in the first place.
I ain't saying he's much use to anybody. Oh, I reckon I can outride, outrun, outshoot, or outwrestle him with one hand tied behind my back. But that don't count. Oh, I gotta have that boy.
I ain't gonna let you do it.
You can't stop me, Pa. A girl's got a right to marry.
I won't stand in your way. If the right man ever comes along. But you got too much to offer to throw it away on a know-nothing, no-account arbuckle.
I gotta have him, Pa.
Come sunup, I'm gonna set him back on his horse and point him toward the goldfields.
He'll never make it.
That's his hard luck. Nobody asked him to get himself lost here in the first place. Tooley? Tooley! Go get your trap set. Go on, get.
they get away?
Yeah, with all my furs. You think you was gonna stop them?
We gotta get loose and go after them.
Boy, it was Injuns tied them knots.
I think I can reach the fire with my foot.
You should have gotten cold feet sooner. A whole lot sooner.
If I can get a burning branch, I can burn these ropes off.
Do me a favor, boy. Just sit still. I was wondering when you three was finally gonna get here.
Well, I guess you'll all be glad to see me go. Well, I don't belong here. I just want you to know, I've been nearly starved, drowned, froze, burned to death, and scalped. But it's all been worth it because I love you. Goodbye.
Pa.
Boy, you get down off that mule, you hear me? I ought to skin you alive.
What'd I do now?
You may be able to do it in Philadelphia, but out here in the West, men don't go around making fools out of women and then ride off and leave them.
But you're the one who told me to hit the road and not come back.
That was before I changed my mind. Now, you gonna do the honorable thing by my daughter, aren't you?
Well, I just might. I just might.
Oh, Paul, you're so doggone mean.
Well, somebody's gotta look after that Arbuckle. And there's another thing. If I'm so old and no account that you can do a thing like this to me without me catching you at it, I'm too old to look after two more like you. You're gonna have to look after your sisters, too.
Oh, I will, Pa. I will.
I'm sure you will, girl.
It really happened. Ann Tooley kept her promise and found good husbands for her sisters. And when Peter the Hunter told the story, he said that left him free to take up trapping grizzly bears for a living, which, after raising 3 daughters, was kind of peaceful-like. Next week, another page from Western history as people lived it not so long ago. See you then.
Afternoon, Governor. Well, I'm glad you didn't say good afternoon, Bert. Listen to this. When Governor Murphy instructed his friend Bert Mossman to organize the Arizona Rangers, it was understood that their top objective was to apprehend and bring to justice one Augustine Chacon, a brutal killer who for years has terrorized this territory. It has been 4 years now since Chacon escaped his own hanging at Solomonville.
I read it.
You know about the switch in Washington? They're putting a stranglehold on me, Bert. They're after your blood, too.
I know.
You're a young man. What about that lovely girl in Kansas who'd like very much to see you again?
You asking me to resign, Governor?
Bert, you know the kind of a job you've done for me and the people of this territory. Why don't you tell some of these poison pens that if they feel brave enough, why don't they bring in Chacon?
Chacon's mine.
Everything's against you. There's no sense fighting it.
Well, if I let them force me out of office now, everything that the Rangers have accomplished will be forgotten. The only thing they'll remember is that we didn't get Chacon.
You're probably right.
Look, why don't you stall him? Delay him a little bit. Stretch every second.
Bert, as a friend, and a good friend, may I say that I think...
Thanks, Bob.
Death Valley Days.
Howdy, folks. I'm the old ranger. To this day, some old-timers down in Arizona will tell you that Bert Mossman was the stubbornest man in the world, while others will tell you that he was the bravest. But the truth as we can now see it is that he was a combination of both, because only time can give us the real measure of a man.
Judge, you'd like to get Black Jack Alvord back in jail again, wouldn't you?
Well, it would please me and the express company, too. They'd like to get their money back. $60,000 of it.
Well, according to Alvord's friend, Billy Stiles, Alvord knows where it's buried. But he's holed up. He's afraid to come out and get it. Now, Alvord has a wife. And chances are he's tired of running. Now, if you could give me a letter to him stating that if he gives himself up, you'll go easy with him. It's worth a try.
Fair enough. If he tells us where the $60,000 is hidden, I'll go easy.
Well, that's not exactly what I wanted you to put in the letter, Judge.
But it's the truth. What else could I say?
That you'll give him a light sentence, and in exchange, he'll lead me to Augustine Chacon.
All right, but it's a shot in the dark. Suppose you do get to Chacon. He'll have friends. How many rangers will you have?
Chacon's smart as a fox. He knows we're after him. Any more than one man couldn't get within hailing distance of him.
Only one. Who'd take that job? That's suicide.
Well, I've never asked any ranger to do something I wouldn't do myself.
You? Alone? Mossman, you're crazy.
All right, then, Judge, humor a crazy man and sign that letter for me.
This is definite legal evidence that I'm crazier than you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Turner. Come over here. Give him anything he wants.
Now, Captain, you can't prove a thing. I was down at Sulphur Springs, branded with the Anderson boys, and I can prove that. I didn't even hear about that raid till last week.
How'd you like to make $100?
Where's Albert? The county getting up reward money for him?
No, it's my money. All you have to do is just write it down on a piece of paper.
Well, I ain't heard about him more than a month now. You want him pretty bad?
I have something that he'll want very bad. You'd be doing him a big favor. Take care of him.
How do you figure that? His own money.
That's Mossman for you. That's why they're greasing the skids under him. Big boys in Washington. I hear they're gonna give Mossman his walking papers.
It's too bad. He's always given me a fair shake. Captain. There's a drink waiting for you at the Antlers, Captain. Afternoon.
Who is she?
Turner didn't say.
Please sit down, Captain.
Thank you.
I'm Mrs. Ruth Alvord. I hear you have something my husband would want.
Yes.
So it's Chican you're after. And you want my husband to help you?
It's for his own good. And yours.
How do I know this letter isn't a trap for my husband? That you're not after him and using Chican for bait?
Let's face the truth, Mrs. Alvord. Your husband's running. He's tired. And maybe he's hurt. Now, sooner or later, they're going to catch up to him. He could be killed. This way, he'll come back sitting in a saddle, not lying across one.
How many sleepless nights I've thought about that, about them bringing him home that way.
Trust me, Mrs. Alvord. And trust this letter.
Garrett Ravine, near Orange Canyon.
Thank you.
Tell him his wife's too sick to work, that she's going hungry, that her friends are plaguing her to go away to forget about him, that she knows he's hurt, and she's sick with worry, and that she loves him.
I'll do that, Mrs. Alvord.
Join me in a cup, Albert?
Just keep that copy in your right hand, Mossman.
All I want's a word with you.
Guess I should be honored. Visit from the head man. How'd you find me?
Blind luck. I've got a letter here. Your name on it. I heard you took one in the wrist. Express car shoot up, huh?
Chacon. What makes you think I know him?
Something I heard. Coffee?
You know something, Captain? I think it's $60,000 you're after. Me and $60,000, not Chacon.
I don't care about the money. You know that much about me. I don't want you or the $60,000. But Chacon. Chacon is a cold-blooded killer. An animal. All I want is him.
Sure is sticking in your craw, ain't it, Captain? Knowing that you're inside because you ain't no closer to him than you was 4 years ago.
Let me take a look at that wrist. I got a message for you. Something personal. From your wife.
You seen her?
Before I left. That's going into gangrene. You don't get some treatment on that, they're going to be calling you Lefty.
My wife, what'd she say?
Oh, that she's sick. She can't work. So, she goes hungry. But she loves you. She wants you back. Look, I know when I'm asking you could get your head blown off. But you either stop running, or you could lose his hand. And your wife. And possibly your life.
Chacon ever meet you face to face?
No. But I'm looking forward to it, mister.
Go back to town, Mossman. And wait. Billy Stiles will bring you word.
Come in.
I found Albert, and your letter did the trick. He's setting things up for me, Chacon, and Billy Stiles is bringing me the word. I'll make these sniveling hypocrites around here eat their words.
Sit down, Captain. Brace yourself. The country isn't the same when you left.
Why, what happened? Spain declare war on us this time?
President McKinley's been assassinated, and there's a new bunch in Washington. Governor Murphy's been asked to resign.
Where is he?
In his office. Packing.
I just heard.
You haven't learned the basic fundamentals of politics, my boy. To the victor belong the spoils. Boys, will you leave us alone a minute? And close the door. Bert, go over there and sign your resignation as head of the Rangers.
But Chacon's right at my fingertips.
And Washington is at our throats.
But I'll have him any day now. Just give me some time. Just a few days.
It's out of my hands. You're going down with the ship.
I won't quit. I can't. Not now.
Now, will you go over there and sign your resignation? And that's an order.
All right. You know, I'm going to get Chacon. Even if I have to do it without this.
Billy Stiles? Yeah. I just this minute got into town. Sorry I'm too late. Where's Albert? He's with his friend, but you ain't the Rangers no more. Don't let formalities bother you, Billy. We're leaving in an hour. Well, but I had planned on having me a little hoop-de-doo and a genuine feast. I'd had a good steak in a long time. Well, get over to my place, room number 3 in the Peterson boarding house, and keep out of sight. I'll get you a steak big enough you can brand. Now scoot.
Oh, I tell you, something's gone wrong. I can feel it. Well, there are 2 of them here, all right. They went that way.
It won't do you no good to follow them. Chacon, just don't leave no trail.
He's not here. He has to move every day or 2.
Well, where is he now?
Just over that rise. I might as well tell you, Mossman, he ain't too happy.
What'd you tell him about me?
He just busted out of jail, got a good scheme for stealing horses.
You what?
Well, he said he ain't never seen you.
These clothes look like I'm a jail-breaking rustler?
Yeah. Well, we better not take a chance.
We have a deal, remember?
All right, but don't give him an even break. Just shoot him down fast and get out.
I'm gonna bring him in alive. I'm gonna parade him down the center of town so all those hypocrites can gawk at him.
Look, Mossman, I'm doing this for several reasons. Maybe because I'm tired of running. Maybe because I care about my wife. But Chacon, I ain't got no love for that half-breed animal. He's got a taste for blood. He's too dangerous for you to take alive.
That's my problem. Now let's go.
Tie him up. Well, here he is, Chacon. My old amigo.
I would say you just break out of the calaboose. Huh?
4 days ago.
Those clothes, not for jail.
I changed them last night at a friend's house. No sense in advertising what I am.
That's a nice pistol. I see it, huh?
Chacon, he's my friend. Why'd you take his gun?
Shut up. Alford, tell me your name, but I never hear about you.
Morgan. Bill Morgan. I worked up north mostly. Idaho and Wyoming. Star Valley with the Cassidy bunch.
Why you come down here?
Well, I figured I'd worn out my welcome, if you know what I mean. Besides that, I learned something.
Look, this risk killing me. I can't stand it. I gotta get it taken care of.
Better change that bandage. Some clean linen in my saddlebag.
Yeah, well, you 3 make your plans. I'll be back a couple days.
Adios, amigo. You say you learned something.
I know a sportsman by the name of Colonel Bill Green. He has a horse ranch over on the Gila River.
I never hear about him.
Well, he just bought the place. He moved in a couple of months ago. He's got 10 thoroughbred breeding mares, worth $2,000 apiece or more.
2,000 for a horse? Would pay that much.
The right people. And I know the right people, and I can get the horses.
For horses like that, must be an army to guide them.
No, I've got it all worked out. I even have government maps showing every hill and arroyo on the whole place. I'll get it for you.
Here it is. It's all worked out. All I need is a man like you. You blink your eyes the wrong way and I'll blow the top of your head off. All right, Billy, get his guns. Come on, hurry up, Billy. Throw him over here. Get that knife, it's in the top of his boot. Throw that over here, too. All right, Billy, unbuckle your belt and throw it down here.
But, Captain,
all I want to do is be sure nobody shoots him but me. Come on, Billy. You still got those handcuffs? Well, put them on him good and tight. Hurry up, Billy. You got that key, Billy? Well, throw it in the bushes just as far as you can. Come on, throw it.
Billy, I kill you, Billy! And Albert! For these dogs!
They built a scaffold for you in Solomonville 4 years ago. And it's still waiting.
Between here and there, many friends of Shakon, they catch you. And you wish that they would only hang you.
All right, Billy, we're gonna ride out. You lead the way. Keep moving. Come on, I said mount up. I ought to kill you. I ought to choke the life out of you with my bare hands. Don't tempt me. Get up there. All right, Billy. Let's have it. Come on, give it to me.
Bert, congratulations. Thank you. Now that you've climbed your mountain, where to now?
Well, I think I'll take the governor's advice and head for Kansas. Little gal back there I haven't seen in a long time.
I'll drink to that. Mossman returned to that girl in Kansas, and Albert, true to the judge's word, was shown clemency. On November 23rd, 1901 in Solomonville, Augustine Chacon was hanged. And Bert Mossman had vowed he'd get Chacon, and he did, even though he had been removed from the office by the politicians who had watched Chacon's execution with embarrassment.
Lord, take a moment. I appreciate it very much.
Fuera, señores. Please, gentlemen. I demand a little privacy. Please, thank you, señores. Fuera, por favor. Thank you. You stay, O'Kelly. I hate to be like this with American correspondents, but is it so difficult to understand that all I want is to be Don Pedro, a private citizen?
I understand. And I'm sure President Grant sympathizes. But you happen to be the Emperor of Brazil. You're a guest of our country, and if anything should happen to you, we'd never forgive ourselves.
What could possibly happen to me? Is there someone waiting out there on a tree, ready to assassinate me? What a beautiful country this is. Just magnificent.
Those are the foothills of the Sierras. You're now in California.
So much to see and to absorb. And what am I doing? I give interviews, I attend receptions, I make speeches, I listen to speeches. What I really want to do is to steal away, meet people, and just be another tourist.
Let me go out and talk to the correspondents. Perhaps we can arrange for a little more privacy. Till San Francisco. And another official reception.
Thank you, O'Kelly.
Death Valley Days.
Howdy, folks. I'm the old ranger. They called Don Pedro the Magnanimous, and he was that kind of a man. Real friendly. But he was more interested in the simple people than all that pomp and ceremony. He sure met the folks the way he wanted when he missed his train in California and would have given a kingdom for a horse.
Santa Madre. In heaven's name.
Release the prisoner. You give up? Tommy, you heard me release the prisoner. On your knees, slave.
I?
You. Bow to the princess.
Pequeña hermosa, you are a princess?
Of course I am. He talks funny.
Your humble servant.
Rise, slave. Speak your name.
I, too, am of noble birth, princess. I am Don Pedro, the Emperor of Brazil.
The Emperor of Brazil? He don't look like no emperor to me.
Young man, I am in complete accord with you. At the moment, I am just a weary traveler who would give his kingdom for a horse. Would you be kind enough to tell me exactly where I am?
This is the kingdom of Becky Mitchell. That's me. There's my brother Tommy. What can I do for you, Emperor?
I need a little help, princess.
What can a princess do for an emperor?
It is very important that I get to the nearest town. You see, I missed my train. I'm on my way to San Francisco.
Fancy that! A train. San Francisco. I've never traveled anywhere like that. I wish I'd go to Cape Horn someday, but it's about 50 miles from here.
If you want something, you believe in it. You keep believing in it until it happens. Look at the little acorn. He dreams of becoming a tall, beautiful tree. Proud. And one day he does.
Come on, Becky, we gotta get home.
Could I speak with your father? I would like to borrow a horse from him or buy one.
We ain't got a paw, just Ma.
Oh. I'm sorry. Perhaps I could speak with the Queen Mother.
Queen Mother?
Your Ma.
I'll take you to my castle.
Princess, would you kindly remove her little feet from my coat?
That's where we live. Me and Tommy and Ma. I mean the Queen Mother. Ma! Ma! We got a visitor!
How do you do, Senora? I am very happy to meet the mother of Becky and Tommy.
What's the meaning of this, Becky?
Me and Tommy, we captured ourselves a slave. But he really isn't a slave. He's an emperor of a faraway kingdom called
Brazil, my little princess.
Emperor. Brazil. Enough of this foolishness, Becky. Tommy, get over here behind me. Come on.
But Ma!
You heard me, Becky?
My dear madam.
None of your smooth talk, mister. Just speak your piece.
Well, Mrs. Mitchell, I was on a train. At a stop, I made a mistake. I got off to look at the countryside, and the train went away without me.
The Emperor's going to San Francisco, Ma.
Oh, I bet they're waiting for him there.
Yes, as a matter of fact, they are.
Oh, sure, sure.
Please believe me, Mrs. Mitchell.
I believe what I see, mister.
Well, I can understand your attitude. Defenseless woman, alone, in a wild country.
Not so defenseless.
My apologies.
Now, you get moving before I fill you with buckshot.
I could pay you a lot of money for that horse.
That's the only one I got, mister.
Oh, I forgot I left my money on the train.
Lies are past all shame.
Perhaps you could use this.
Wow!
No law-abiding man would be carrying a ring like that around the country. Now, you get over there You get in that barn. Now you get. Get!
Madam, I'll get.
Tommy, give me your knife. And you close that door.
I'll help you, Tommy.
Now you lock it.
Please, Ma. You can't lock up an emperor.
Can't say I didn't warn you, Becky Mitchell.
All right, now, Tommy, you ride into town and you get the sheriff. Now, come on. Come on, Becky. Now, Becky, you hold Ma's gun. Tommy's knife. Come on now. 1, 2, 3, jump! Got it? Good. Now, you be sure and tell the sheriff to get here soon. And you ride careful.
You don't mean it's no harm, Ma.
Oh, Becky, when are you gonna stop living in a world that ain't? Now listen to your ma, Becky. Folks like us don't never meet princesses or emperors.
Not ever, Ma?
Not never, Becky.
Are you all right, Your Majesty?
Yes, I'm all right, Princess. Tell me, what are you doing up there?
I thought you might be hungry. It's only a piece of bread. My Ma bakes it herself.
Oh, she did? Oh, homemade bread, huh? Delicious. Thank you. Does your mother know about this?
Ma's been sticking as close as a tick on a hound dog. But she don't know about my secret passage. When my army brings some prisoners, I can look down on them from here without being seen.
So you look down at me. You're a prisoner.
You're not a prisoner. You're my friend.
You just met me. How do you know I am your friend?
I can just feel it.
You can.
Tell me, Emperor, what's your palace look like?
Oh, very big.
What color?
Pink.
Pink's a right pretty color for a palace.
Mm-hmm.
There's a picture of a palace in the book my pa gave me. On the shelf over there.
Oh.
The red one.
This one?
You found a picture of my palace?
I found something much nicer than that. Your father's inscription.
My pa and me, we used to make up our own stories. Ma thinks I'm just silly. Calling our cabin a palace. She can't sing nothing pretty. Not even the flowers I give her from the fields. She says I'm wasting time. I can't never remember seeing Ma smile.
Come on, Becky.
I gotta go. I ain't bolted the door. When Ma gets in the house, get going before the sheriff gets here.
I appreciate your thoughtfulness, Princess. Bye.
Bye.
Howdy, Miss Mitchell.
Howdy.
I understand you've been having trouble out here. Where's he?
Locked in the barn.
He was locked in the barn. All right, you.
Oh, hello. It was a little stuffy in here. I thought you were never coming.
Just who are you?
I am Dom Pedro, the Emperor of Brazil.
All right, that's enough of that. Come on, get moving. I'm taking you in.
Exactly what I want. Thank you, Princess. You have been very kind.
Bye. Your Majesty.
We shall meet again. No, a gentleman bows like this. But a lady curtsies like this. You try it.
Like this?
No. You hold your skirt like this with the fingertips. Now, very daintily, we do it together. You will never be alone, Princess. You will always be accompanied by your own beautiful thoughts.
All right, let's go. Right down the road there.
Guess what we're having for supper tonight? Your favorite dish, string beans and pork chops. Becky? Look at me. Well, folks say you got the prettiest little smile in these here parts. Where is it? Oh, honey. Oh, it hurts me to see you fret like this, but life just ain't like the pictures in that there fairy book, Becky. Life is different. If only I could make you understand. Now, you look at your hand. It's smooth and soft, not rough and ugly like mine. Well, mine used to look like yours, oh, so long ago, but living made it this way. Just living. Now, there's a time for dreaming, and there's a time for living, and you're growing up, child, and you got to start thinking like a grown-up. Dreaming is for babies and fools. Honey, I don't want to see you hurt. You ain't never gonna have no castle, Becky. And you gotta quit making believe you're a princess. Oh, I should have taken that book away from you a long time ago.
No. If you want something, you've got to believe in it. And just keep believing. And then one day it happens, just like a little old acorn. And you watch, one day I will get to Cape Horn, too!
Howdy, Miss Mitchell, Becky, Tommy. Sorry to bother you folks, but I need you in town.
In town?
Well, that fella you turned in?
I was just doing my duty, Sheriff.
That you did, but now I need you and Becky for identification purposes.
I'd rather not, Sheriff.
Now, Now, Miss Mitchell, you know, if you're gonna collect that reward, you gotta identify him.
I knew he was wanted someplace. I just knew he was a bad one.
Might say he was a big one.
Tommy, you stay here and mind the place.
Oh, gee, Mom.
Well, now, Miss Mitchell, you sure you want Tommy to miss the excitement?
He has his chores, Sheriff. Tommy, unhitch your horse. We'll get our wraps.
Well, things are humming.
People can always smell trouble.
We'll stop here for a minute.
The jail's on the other side of the square, ain't it? What's the band playing for?
Listen, every day we have a friend of President Grant in town.
Oh, they're standing here!
It's him, all right. Yes, ma'am, it sure surprised me when he turned out to be the real emperor of Brazil.
It's true. I knew it. It's true.
Oh, the fol-de-rol, the music, the parade. It's for you, Miss Becky. The emperor requested it for you.
How do you do, Mrs. Mitchell? We meet again. My pleasure. Princess, would you honor me by accompanying me in my carriage for the remainder of the parade?
You bet. It's my honor, Your Majesty.
May I also have the pleasure of the Queen Mother's company?
Me?
Of course.
Looks so pretty, smiling.
Princess? For you.
It happened in old California, and the date was April 25th, 1876. For Fern and Becky Mitchell, it was like Christmas coming spring. They exchanged a gift of love. It might never have happened if Don Pedro, the Emperor of Brazil, hadn't missed his train. My story tonight takes us back to the year 1870 to a growing Colorado town with a large number of Italian immigrants who had found freedom and opportunity there. Then suddenly came the invaders.
Hi, Jim.
How are you, Vince? Morning, Lucy. Didn't expect to find you here.
Well, she heard Papa say you were coming in, so she decided to catch up on her bookkeeping.
There's so much work to do. Papa's always putting money into new businesses.
There'll be a new entry today, I hope.
Hey, you mean you got the deal worked out?
Yeah, all I need is your father's approval.
Oh, he'll approve, don't worry.
So, my son knows what his papa will do before his papa knows what he will do himself.
But,
huh?
Papa, if Jim says it's a good deal, you can't turn it down.
That's for me to decide. This is a fine country, Jim, except for one thing. The young people, they make too much talk and not enough listen. Come into my office. Don't make no mistakes. Go on, get back to work. Now, what about the cattle? How much do they want?
$12 a head delivered.
That is a good price?
At least $2 a head less than anybody else is asking.
Then we tell Mr. Thompson that we take the whole herd. How soon you want the $20,000?
Just as soon as I get the papers drawn up.
It's right here in the safe, all ready.
You don't know what this means to me, Mr. Rosselli.
It means that my countrymen and me will make some money, I hope.
Oh, we'll make money, all right. But aside from that, it means my own spread. No more working for anybody else.
And it means that now you can think about getting married, eh?
Why,
But how do I know? You don't fool me. All the time you come to the house to see Vincenzo, you say. But you have eyes only for Lucia.
I didn't think you noticed.
You think I noticed if I don't approve.
And then we can make plans?
Now, we make the plans later. Right now, you keep your mind on the cattle business, huh? Come on.
I'll be back tomorrow to get things signed up.
Good.
Papa,
Huh?
I'll finish the bookkeeping tonight. I have to go home now and cook dinner.
Oh, sure. It's always time to cook dinner right after the breakfast.
See you later, Jim.
He's a fine young man.
Yeah, Jim's all right. Hey, you know, Papa, he's in love with Lucy. He comes to the house pretending to see me, but it's really to see her.
How I raised such a smart son, I don't know how.
You mean you knew?
Surprised that your papi is so smart, huh? That he's got eyes that can see and ears that can hear, just like you.
And you don't object? Because Jim's not Italian, I mean.
In this country, it's making no difference. In this country, it's not just Italian, just French, just German. Here we are one big happy people, Americans.
Oh, Papa.
What's the matter? You crazy or something? Go back to work. Go on, fix those things. Good morning.
Signor Giulio Roselli.
That's right.
Ah, caro fratello.
You call me brother.
But of course, in our organization, we are all brothers.
Mafia. Black Hand.
You may have thought you were all forgotten living away out here. But you are wrong, my friends. You will be pleased to know that ever since you left the old country, we have kept close track of you. And with so many of our people living in this territory now, the Mafia has decided to serve you here, just as it did in the old country.
No. We don't want the Mafia. We don't need them.
What is his name?
It's Giuseppe Montale.
Montale, Giuseppe. Hey, that is a very unfriendly attitude, Giuseppe Montale. Especially for a member of the organization.
Back home, I was forced to join the Black Hand. But he's not gonna force me here. In this country, we are free.
You will do as you are told.
You can't come here and treat people like that. We got laws to protect us.
No, Vincenzo. You only make trouble. Please, my son, he not understand.
That is obvious.
Understand what?
The Mafia is bigger than any country. that the Mafia makes its own laws. That once a man joins, he swears to obey without question and may never resign.
Well, we'll see what the sheriff has to say about that. Oh, Vincenzo, you no go to the sheriff. Please, come and sit down. No more argue.
What are you scared of, Papa? You were never a member of the Mafia.
But your father's a very wise man. He knows that our protection can benefit even those who are not members.
Protection against what?
Many things. Animals dying, crops being destroyed, a barn or a house burning down, or even the disappearance of a loved one like a father or a sister, maybe. I see you understand now. And speaking of protection, the time has come to talk about the cost. The first payment will be $50,000.
We don't have $50,000.
How much do you have?
Just 20,000 that we all put in to buy the cattle with.
You will turn it over to me the first thing in the morning.
But we haven't made the deal. I have given my word.
The Mafia must have money to carry on its work. And with so many of our people living in this territory, it will be a simple matter to raise the balance of $50,000 in a week. After that, we will expect half the profits. The other half, you may keep it for yourself. The organization wishes to be fair. And let me remind you that if any man talks, his tongue will be slit to show why he died. Buonasera, fratelli.
Buonasera.
Hi, Lucy.
Hi.
Still working on the accounts, huh? Thought you were going to finish last night.
I didn't have a chance to. Papa had a meeting at the house, so he sent me over to the Montales.
Guess he was telling the others about the cattle deal. It's already decided.
You are a sensible man, Signor Roselli. Andiamo.
Morning, Mr. Rosselli. Here's the agreement. All you have to do is sign and put up the money, and the herd's ours.
I'm sorry, Jim, but I cannot sign the paper.
Papa!
Can't sign? Why can't you sign?
It's no deal.
But yesterday you said that...
It doesn't matter what I said yesterday.
But I put up my share of the money. If the deal falls through, I'll lose it.
Papa, you gave Jim your promise.
I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do. I invest the money someplace else.
Someplace else?
Signor Roselli has decided to invest his money with me. It was an opportunity he could not afford to miss. My name is Cabrio.
Papa, you should not have done that. What is this opportunity that is so important you'd break your word?
This is not a woman's business. Send the girl home.
Go home, Lucia.
Papa!
At once.
Marco, stay with the girl.
What's going on here, Mr. Rosselli?
It is a private matter. I would advise you leave too.
Yes. Please, go home, Jim.
And after this, stay away from Lucia.
What do you got to do with Lucy?
I am speaking for Mr. Roselli. He feels you upset her. Is that not so?
It is so. From now on, you stay away from Lucia.
What's happened to you between yesterday and today, Mr. Rosselli?
Please, go. I don't want to talk anymore.
Well, I do. This fella here's got something to do with it.
Get out! Get out!
forbidden me to see you.
Lucia!
I'll be right in, Papa. I'm getting some water.
Is Vince home?
No. He went over to Langdon early this morning to pick up a shipment of groceries at the railroad station. He ought to be back pretty soon.
Lucia! Lucia!
Hi, Vince.
What are you doing here?
Waiting for you. Wanted to have a talk.
Sorry about your deal, Jim, but there's nothing I can do about it.
You can tell me why it fell through. Cabrio cracks the whip and your father jumps. Why, Vince?
I asked you why. That's Papa's business. I can't talk about it.
What about Lucy and me? You can't talk about that either, I suppose.
What about you and Lucy?
Cabrio gave the order for me to stay away from her. Your father went along with them on that, too.
Well, why should Cabrio care about you and Lucy?
That's what I want you to tell me.
I don't know. Jim, I really don't know.
So you had a talk with Jim Preston.
The men been watching me, huh?
What did you tell him?
Nothing.
For your sake, you'd better not be lying. I do not wish you to speak to him again.
Look, Mr. Cabrio, I didn't say anything when the Mafia took over Papa's business. But neither you or the Mafia has any right to pick my friends from me, or to keep my sister away from the man she loves.
I see you still do not have the proper respect for our organization.
Papa! Papa! Papa!
Mamma mia! What happened to my son?
There were things he refused to accept. I think he will now.
You did this to my brother. Papa! I'll kill you!
She has spirit. I like that in a woman.
You'll pay for this. I'll go to Jim. I'll go to the sheriff.
I think the time has come to tell you what is happening. And after you have heard, remember what you see now is nothing compared to what will happen to him or your father if you talk. Now listen, and listen well, so I will not be forced to spoil your pretty face.
Lucy doesn't know anything, and Vince won't talk. But one thing's sure, whatever their trouble is, Cabrio's the cause.
I don't know what we can do, Jim, unless Rosselli makes a complaint.
Maybe if you talk to him, he'll tell you what's wrong.
Guess it won't hurt to try.
Morning, Julio. Oh, hello, Sheriff. Wonder if we could have a little talk with you. Alone.
It's all right, the sheriff. You can talk in front of Mr. Cabrio.
Oh?
Well, I just want to say that you and me have been good friends for a long time, Julio. So that gives me a double interest in wanting to help you if you've got any problems. All you have to do is speak up.
That's very kind of you, but I got no problems.
Jim here seems to think differently.
Please, Mr. Rosselli, we're trying to help you. If you just tell us what's wrong.
There's nothing wrong. Everything is fine. If you excuse me,
Hi, Lucy.
Hello, Jim.
Vince, what happened to you?
My horse threw me.
When?
Last night.
You drove the wagon from the store last night. You were beaten up, weren't you? What about this, Mr. Rosselli? What happened to Vince?
it's just like Vincenzo said.
That's not true, and you know it.
You're a very suspicious man, Mr. Preston. Also a troublemaker.
You're the troublemaker.
Easy, Jim.
I do not know what he has told you, Sheriff, but the explanation is very simple. Mr. Preston is angry because he was told to stay away from Lucia. You see, I am going to marry her. Oh, cara mia. I am sorry to have to announce our engagement in this manner, but it is necessary to avoid further misunderstanding.
Lucy. Lucy, you can't marry this man. Nobody can force you to.
I do as my father wishes.
Vince.
I want to buy your gun, Jim.
My gun? What for?
To kill Cabrio.
Why the sudden change in attitude?
I'm not going to let him marry Lucy.
For your information, neither am I, but I hadn't figured as far as a gun. Who was he anyway, Vince?
The Mafia.
Mafia?
Remember the stories Papa used to tell us when we were kids about the outlaws in Italy called the Black Hand?
Yeah?
Well, Black Hand, Mafia, they're the same thing.
Then you were beaten up.
Yeah. For not having the proper respect.
Well, get your father and some of his friends to file charges against
I
them.
talked to Papa till I'm blue in the face. Dino Montali and some of the other fellows have talked to their fathers, too. It's just no good. They were born in the old country. They know what the Black Hand will do. They're scared to death, Jim. Now, if you just give me that gun.
No, Vince, if there's going to be any shooting, I'll do it myself.
You have had 1 full week to raise the balance of $50,000, the first payment. And now, Signor Roselli tells me you do not have it.
We do the best we can. Here, look.
That is not good enough. Mafia does not accept failure. Now, I will give you 1 more week, and then...
Don't move! Any of you. You and your men are coming with us, Cabrio.
What is the meaning of this? Is this some kind of a joke?
It's no joke.
What are you going to do with us?
We're going to have a dance. And the three of you are going to do the dancing.
You would not dare hang us. It is against the law.
Like the mafia, we make our own laws.
But you will die for this.
Take them away.
Wait! Wait! You're not to do this. It's not right, even if they are bad men.
You had your chance and didn't do anything. Now stay out of it.
You talk to your papa that way, Vincenzo. You don't fool me with that bandana. And you don't fool me too, Jim. And the rest of you boys.
Look, it's our sons.
The mafia will remember all you faces. Be quiet. Montale, call the sheriff. Shoot. Take off the ropes.
But, Papa...
Do like I say. Take them off. What you would do is wrong. Just like what they would do is wrong. But I want to thank you boys for showing your papa something they did not have. Courage. We come to this country so we can be free. And the first time someone takes away our freedom, what do? Nothing. But that's no more. From now on, we're going to stick it together and we fight.
That's the way to talk, Julio. The law can't help you if you don't give it a chance. I'll see that these men are locked up, and tomorrow you can prefer charges.
No, we're not to charge them, Sheriff. We put them on the train and we turn them loose.
Turn them loose?
So they can go back and tell the mafia that if they ever send them here again, we bring plenty of charges.
You heard that, didn't you? Well, don't forget it. Keep them covered, boys.
Papa, the money.
I was so excited I forgot. Sheriff! Sheriff! Before you turn them loose, that Mr. Cabrio, he's got $20,000 that belong to us.
I'll get it. Take them on out, boys.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Papa, what is going on?
Nothing is going on, Lucia Mia. It's all over now. Come on. Jim, tomorrow you buy the cattle. And we make the wedding plans. Tonight we celebrate. Vincenzo, open up a keg of wine. Come on, everybody. We're going to celebrate and drink in the house.
The condition upon which God hath given liberty to man is eternal vigilance. John Curran said those words in 1790, and they are as true today as they were then.
আমি করছি কচুর ডগা দিয়ে চিংড়ি মাছ দিয়ে নারকেলের দুধ দিয়ে আর একটা হচ্ছে কচুর যে গোটাটা আছে গোটাটা দিয়ে হচ্ছে আমি গরুর মাংস দিয়ে ভেনা করছি।
আমি আজকে করছি মানকচু দিয়ে ইলিশ মাছ দিয়ে একটু নারকেল দিয়ে ঝোল করছি, যেহেতু আমাদের দেশি স্টাইলে আমার মায়ের হাতের রান্না এটা।
পার্টিসিপেন্টস আর মাত্র 30 মিনিট বাকি আছে। এই 30 মিনিটের মধ্যে আপনাদের কুকিং ডান করতে হবে, সেই সাথে প্লেটিং, ক্লিনিং এবং কস্টিং। সো সময় হাতে একেবারেই কম, দুজন মিলে কাজ করুন, একজন অন্যজনকে সাহায্য করুন বা একজন কস্টিং করে ফেলুন। হাতে সময় আছে আর মাত্র 30 মিনিট।
আজকের আমাদের মেইন ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্ট ছিল হচ্ছে কচুর মুখ, মানকচুর মুখ আর মানকচুর ডাঁটা। তো আমরা মানকচুর ডাঁটাটা দিয়ে একটা হচ্ছে চিংড়ি মাছের টক করছি, আর হচ্ছে মানকচুর যে মুখটা আছে ওটা দিয়ে আমরা ইলিশ মাছের একটা কারি বানাচ্ছি।
আজকে আমরা করছি কচুর ডগা দিয়ে একটা কচু ঘোটা, আর করছি কচু ইলিশ মাছের পাতুরি, যেটা ইটা আছে, গোড়াটা আছে, সেটা দিয়ে।
আমি আজকে করছি মানকচু দিয়ে ইলিশ মাছ দিয়ে একটু নারকেল দিয়ে ঝোল করছি, যেহেতু আমাদের দেশি স্টাইলে, আমার মায়ের হাতের রান্না এটা। আর করছি কচু ডাটা দিয়ে হচ্ছে চিংড়ি মাছ দিয়ে একটা ভুনা করব ডাল দিয়ে। দেখি আমার হাতের রান্না কেমন আনতে পারি। না আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে, আটাটা দাও।
আজকে আমরা বানাচ্ছি কচুর কোরমা, সাথে কচুর ডগা ভাজি, আর সাথে আমরা কচুর একটা গোলাপ জামুন বানাচ্ছি, আর সাথে থাকবে প্লেন রাইস। লেবু একটা 5 টাকা।
কি বানাচ্ছেন স্যার?
আমি করছি কচুর ডগা দিয়ে চিংড়ি মাছ দিয়ে নারকেলের দুধ দিয়ে, আর একটা হচ্ছে কচুর যে গোটাটা আছে, গোটাটা দিয়ে হচ্ছে আমি গরুর মাংস দিয়ে ভেনা করছি, আর একটা খান্দাই করেছি, ওটা হচ্ছে বিয়ে বিক্রি নর্মালে, আর হচ্ছে আমি খিতা রুটি করবো 2 ধরনের, একটা একটু স্পাইসি করে আর একটা নর্মাল খিতা রুটি করবো।
কালকে থেকে বেটার হবে
ইনশাল্লাহ।
সেই জ্যোতি কি রেসিপি আজকে?
আজকে আমার যে কচুর যে রুটটা ছিল ওইটা দিয়ে হচ্ছে একটা ইলিশ মাছের ওইটা দিয়ে একটা কারি করেছি, আর যে গ্রিন পার্টটা ছিল ওইটাকে আমরা পেস্ট করে একটা টপ ফ্লেভার দিয়ে চিংড়ি দিয়ে একটা সেমি গ্রেভির মতো করেছি, আর সাথে হচ্ছে আদা ভাত, একটু পেঁয়াজ মরিচ ভর্তা।
গুড লাক। রূপা, কি বানানো হচ্ছে?
এটা হচ্ছে কচুর ডাটা দিয়ে আমি চিংড়ি মাছ দিয়ে এটা ভুনা করছি। এটা ডাল আছে, তো নারকেল আছে। এটা পুরোপুরি হচ্ছে আমার মায়ের হাতের রান্না। আজকে আমার মাকে আমি অনেক মিস করছি, জানি না আমার হাতের রান্নার মতো হবে কিনা। দেখি আজকে আমার হাতের রান্নাটা আমি দিতে পারি কিনা।
স্মেল অনেক সুন্দর আসছে, এটা টেস্ট করতে পারবো?
ইয়েস স্যার।
স্পাইসি থাকবে না প্লেন থাকবে?
এটা প্লেনই থাকবে। আমি আজকে করছি সিচিলিয়ান পেপার বিফ, বক চই আর হোমমেড নুডলস রামেন। অলমোস্ট আমার ডান হয়ে গেছে। আমি এখন ব্রোডটা বানাচ্ছি রামেনের। আমি হচ্ছে তেরিয়াকি চিকেন করতেছি, সাথে হচ্ছে গার্লিক ব্রোকলি, অ্যান্ড এটা হচ্ছে যাবে হচ্ছে বাউয়ের সাথে বাউবান। সো আমার সব কিছু অলমোস্ট মানে প্রিপারেশন রেডি, এখন জাস্ট এটা হয়ে গেলে প্লেটিং করব।
আমার আজকের রেসিপি ছিল রোস্টেড টমেটো অ্যান্ড চিজ স্টাফ ক্রিস্পি চিকেন বেস্ট উইথ মাশরুম রিসোটো। আমার অলরেডি মাশরুম রিসোটো করা কমপ্লিট। আমি এখন হচ্ছে রোস্টেড টমেটো অ্যান্ড চিজ স্টাফ ক্রিস্পি চিকেন বেস্টের একবার হচ্ছে শ্যালো ফ্রাই করে নিয়েছি, আমি আরেকবার ফ্রাই করব ক্রিস্পি আনার জন্য।
আজকে আমার ডিশ ছিল প্রন বিস্ক, আর সাথে আমি সার্ভ করবো হচ্ছে গিয়ে প্রন বল দিয়ে, আর আমার হোমমেড ব্রেড যেটা সেটার সব কিছু শেষ হয়ে গেছে। আশা করি এই টাইমের মধ্যে আমি কমপ্লিট করতে পারবো।
আজকে আমার রেসিপি হচ্ছে একটা টুইস্টেড রেসিপি, যেটা হচ্ছে ডার্ক চকলেট অ্যান্ড চিলি মুস্টার্ড উইথ হচ্ছে গিয়ে স্ট্রবেরি পুলিস অ্যান্ড ক্যারামেলাইজ পপকর্ন অন টপ। আর আমার টার্টটা হবে হচ্ছে গিয়ে কোকোয়া টার্ট। টার্ট শেল বেকিং চলছে, মুজ ফ্রিজিংয়ে আছে, ক্যারামেল সস আর স্ট্রবেরি কোলিজটা হচ্ছে গিয়ে ইন প্রসেস।
ডার্সন বানাচ্ছি আর ওখানে আমার অ্যাপেল পাই রেডি আর ওভেনে আমার পাই আছে আর আমার একটা কম্পোট রেডি হয়েছে। এটা এখন জাস্ট এটা আমি ফ্রাই করে কম্পোটে ডিপ করব।
সো এটা তো জাস্ট ডার্সনটা হচ্ছে, রাইট? এন্ড দেন হোয়াটস দ্য প্ল্যান, মানে এটাকে অরেঞ্জ হানি কিভাবে?
অরেঞ্জ হানি সস বানিয়েছি, সসে আমি ডিপ করে দিই জাস্ট।
কি বানাচ্ছেন?
আমার ছিল আজকে চিকেন পাই, তো আমি ওটার প্রিপারেশন করতেছি, সাথে ম্যাশ পটেটো ছিল আর সতে পেয়ার।
আমি মোজারেলা যে উপরে টপিং সসটা যাবে ওইটা রেডি করে ফেলেছি, আর বিটটাও রেডি করে ফেলেছি। নাচোস আমার হয়ে গেছে।
নাচোস ডান?
জি,
ওকে।
সুন্দর, খুব সুন্দর হয়েছে।
এই প্লেন থাকবে নাকি?
সস বানাবো কয়েকটা, আর এটা উপরে বিফের উপরে যাবে।
স্পাইসি থাকবে না প্লেন থাকবে এরকম?
এটা প্লেনই থাকবে।
আপনাদের প্লেটিং কনসেপ্ট আইডিয়াটা খুব সুন্দর হয়েছে, একদম দেশীয়। এভাবে যে মুঠো ভাত আমি এই প্রথম দেখলাম সার্ভ করতে, ঘিয়ে ভাজা মুঠো ভাত, রাইট? আমার কাছে এটা খুবই ইনোভেটিভ লেগেছে।
আজকে কচুমুখী ইলিশ মাছ নারকেল দিয়ে ভুনা করেছি এবং কচুর ডগা রুই মাছকে একটা তরকারি করেছি,
আর সাথে জিরা ভাত আর মালাই চপ।
কচু যেভাবে রান্না করেছেন এভাবে আসলে আমাদের বাড়িতেও করে।
This is your dish. You can put whatever you want. এটা আপনার রেসিপি। My job is to tell you এটা মজা লাগে নাকি লাগে না। And I think কচুর টেস্টটা অনেক ভালো লাগছে।
থ্যাংক ইউ। চট্টগ্রামের অসিত এবং একই সাথে নওগাঁর জুয়াইরিয়া।
আজকে আমরা বানিয়েছি কচুর ডোগা চচ্চড়ি আর কচুর বড়ির ঝোল, সাথে আছে ঘি মুঠো ভাত এবং সালাড।
I feel আজকে আপনাদের কনফিডেন্স অনেক হাই ছিল। That's why you guys were not competing আপনাদের গত এপিসোডের সাথে। গত এপিসোডে যেমন ওয়াও ছিল, আজকে the feeling is not the same. Plating obviously অনেক সুন্দর হয়েছে। This tastes good. এটা আমার মনে হয়েছে যে এটার ভিতরে কোনো ফ্লেভার আসেনি। কচু is your main ingredient এখানে, right? So কচুটা has to be extremely flavorful. Yes, the gravy is flavorful, but ইন্ডিভিজুয়ালি যখন কচুটা খাই তখন এটাতে কোনো ফ্লেভারস নাই, অনেক ফ্ল্যাট অ্যান্ড ব্ল্যান্ড একটা টেস্ট দেয়।
গত পর্বের মতো আজকের ফিলিংটা আসে নাই। স্পিক টু ডাউন, সরি। থ্যাংক ইউ।
আপনাদের প্লেটিং কনসেপ্ট আইডিয়াটা খুব সুন্দর হয়েছে, একদম দেশীয়। এভাবে যে মুঠো ভাত আমি এই প্রথম দেখলাম সার্ভ করতে, ঘিয়ে ভাজা মুঠো ভাত, রাইট? আমার কাছে এটা খুবই ইনোভেটিভ লেগেছে। প্রচুর ডগার চচ্চড়িটা অনেক মজা, দারুণ। তা খেতে খুব ভালো লাগছিল আমি যখন ভাত দিয়ে খাচ্ছি, আর এটাও যখন আমি ভাত দিয়ে খাচ্ছি তখন ইটস ফাইন, বাট যখন ভেতরে আমি কাটছি তখন ওই কচুর যে চাঙ্কটা ওটা ফ্লেভার নাই, ফ্লেভারটা বাইরের সাইডে হচ্ছে বেশি। প্লেটিং আর ওইটা টপ।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
কস্টিং ইজ ওকে, ঠিক আছে, থ্যাংক ইউ।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
এবারে টিম বি, বগুড়ার তামান্না, ঢাকার দিবা, চলে আসুন আপনাদের রেসিপি নিয়ে।
আজকে কচুমুখী ইলিশ মাছ নারকেল দিয়ে ভুনা করেছি এবং কচুর ডগা রুই মাছকে একটা তরকারি করেছি, আর সাথে জিরা ভাত আর মালাই চপ।
রুই মাছের সাথে এত তরকারি দরকার ছিল না, কচু হারিয়ে গেছে এত বড় বড় তরকারির সাথে।
এটাতে আপনি বেগুন দিয়েছেন, আলু দিয়েছেন, কচু দিয়েছেন। দিস ইজ ইয়োর ডিশ, ইউ ক্যান পুট হোয়াট এভার ইউ ওয়ান্ট, এটা আপনার রেসিপি। মাই জব ইজ টু টেল ইউ এটা মজা লাগে নাকি লাগে না। অ্যান্ড আই থিঙ্ক কচুর টেস্টটা অনেক ভালো লাগছে।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
I felt this was brilliant. Unintentional ছিল হয়তোবা, but brilliantly done.
Thank you so much.
প্রেজেন্টেশনের ডিটেইলিংটা আমার অনেক ভালো লেগেছে। ওভারঅল এটাও খেতে অনেক মজা। গুড জব।
কচু যেভাবে রান্না করেছেন এভাবে আসলে আমাদের বাড়িতেও করে। আমার কাছে এই কনসেপ্টটা ভালো লেগেছে, শৈশবে ফিরে গেছি। আর ইলিশ মাছের প্লেটিং খুব সুন্দর, টেস্ট ভালো, বাট আর একটু ইলিশ মাছটার মধ্যে ফ্লেভার গেলে, কারণ ইলিশ মাছের তো আলাদা একটা ফ্লেভার আছে, তার মধ্যে কচুর বা আপনাদের গ্রেভির ফ্লেভারটা ঢুকলে ঠিক ছিল, কিন্তু খারাপ না, অনেক ভালো। ওভারঅল অল গুড।
থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ ম্যাম, থ্যাংক ইউ।
কস্টিং যতটুকু করেছেন অতটুকু ঠিক আছে, বাট লাস্ট লাইনটা তো হয়নি, এটা এসেই বলে দিয়েছেন।
জাস্ট লাস্ট লাইনটা বাকি ছিল।
ঠিক আছে, থ্যাংক ইউ।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
থ্যাংক ইউ দিবা এবং তামান্না। যে আজকে বটম 2 পার্টিসিপেন্ট আমাদের কাছ থেকে বিদায় নেবেন, তারা হচ্ছেন ডক্টর মুনিম এবং মাইমুনা। আমি তাদেরকে অনুরোধ করব এবারের সিজনের জন্য এই মহামঞ্চ ছেড়ে বিদায় নিতে। দুটো চ্যালেঞ্জ মিলিয়ে এই মুহূর্তে বটম 2 পার্টিসিপেন্টসের স্কোর দেখে নেব। ডক্টর মুনিম হোসাইন 37.6, মাইমুনা আক্তার 40.6। ডাক্তার মুনিম, প্রথম চ্যালেঞ্জে খাবারটা একদমই ভালো ছিল না, আমরা সবাই দেখেছি, বাট আপনি চেষ্টা করেছেন আপনার জায়গা থেকে। আজকেও আমি খুব আশাবাদী ছিলাম যে আজকের পারফরমেন্স খুব ভালো হবে, ভালো হলো না। বিজ্ঞ বিচারকেরা বললেন আপনার মেন্টর কাজ ছিলেন আপনার জন্য। আপনি আসলে এই মুহূর্তে কি বলতে চান আমাদের উদ্দেশ্যে?
সেরা রাঁধুনির এই মহামঞ্চের যে লেভেল, সেই লেভেলের জন্য আমি রেডি না। এই লেভেলে ওঠার জন্য আমাকে আরও অনেক পরিশ্রম করতে হবে, আমাকে আমার এক্সপার্টিজ অনেক বাড়াতে হবে। আমার ফোকাসের কোনো ত্রুটি ছিল না। প্রবলেম যেটা, সেটা হচ্ছে আমার স্কিল, আমার এক্সপার্টিজ, আমার টেকনিকগুলো স্বল্প সময়ের মধ্যে ধরে একটা আউটপুট দেওয়ার যে ক্ষমতা, সেটা এখনও সেরা রাঁধুনির মহামঞ্চের লেভেল পর্যন্ত ওঠেনি।
শেফ, মাইমুনা এবং মুনিম, এই দুজনের উদ্দেশ্যে কি বলার আছে?
মাইমুনা অ্যান্ড মুনিম, তাদের দুজনের জন্য আমি বলতে চাই ইটস ভেরি আনফর্চুনেট। আমার অনেক আশা ছিল দুজনকে নিয়েই, বাট বোথ অফ দেম আর রাইট। ইট ইজ ট্রু যে দে আর নট ইয়েট রেডি ফর দ্য চ্যালেঞ্জ। সো নেক্সট টাইম বি মোর প্রিপেয়ার্ড অ্যান্ড কাম ব্যাক। উই উইল ওয়েট ফর ইউ নেক্সট সিজনে।
দিলারাহানি পূর্ণিমা,
আসলে প্রথম থেকেই আমি যখন অডিশন রাউন্ড চলছে সেটার কিছু ক্লিপিংস দেখেছি, স্পেশালি ডক্টর মুনিমের, তখন বলেছিলাম যে উনি হয়তো বা আমাদের এই মহামঞ্চে এসে অনেকগুলো চ্যালেঞ্জ পার করে যাবে, সেই আশাটা নিয়ে আমি সেই কথাগুলো বলেছিলাম। আর মাইমুনার প্রতিও সেরকম একটা এক্সপেকটেশন ছিল, কারণ আমি দুজন বিচারকের কাছে তার অনেক প্রশংসা শুনেছি, ভেবেছিলাম তারা অনেক দূর যাবে, বাট তারা দুজনেই সুন্দরভাবে তাদের নিজেদের ল্যাকিংসগুলো এত ভালোভাবে ব্যাখ্যা দিয়েছেন, সেটার জন্য আমি অ্যাপ্রিসিয়েট করি এবং সেটার জন্য আমি আপনাদের দুজনকে আমি দাঁড়িয়ে ক্ল্যাপ করি।
থ্যাংক ইউ। মরে যাবো ম্যাডাম, মরে যাবো।
থ্যাংক ইউ। শ্রদ্ধেয় রাহিমা সুলতানা রিতা,
আসলে মাইমুনা এবং মুনিন দুজনের প্রতি অনেক বেশি আশা ছিল, তবে একটা কথা বলতে হবে যে এই যে একটা চ্যালেঞ্জ আর এই যে একটা জায়গা, অনেক স্কিলড পার্সনও দেখা যায় যে একদিনের একটু ভুলের জন্য তারা কিন্তু এইখানে আর থাকতে পারে না, স্কোর কমে যায়। তো এই জায়গাটা এমনই যে স্কিল, ঠান্ডা মাথা, সব অনেকগুলো জিনিস একসাথে মিশিয়ে কাজ করলেই কিন্তু এই জায়গায় টিকে থাকা যায়, সাস্টেইন করা যায়।
থ্যাংক ইউ। মাহফুজুর রহমান, মাইমুনাকে নিয়ে কি বলবেন?
আসলে এই মহামঞ্চে ছোট ছোট ভুল একজন মানুষকে তার নিজের স্বপ্ন থেকে অনেক দূরে সরিয়ে দেয়। এটা মাইমুনার আজকের এই রেজাল্টটা একটা সব থেকে বড় উদাহরণ আমার কাছে মনে হয়। আর থাকে না যে পরিবারের একটা সব থেকে আশাবাদী বাচ্চাটা যদি কিছু হয় এটা অনেকে আশাহত হয়, আমিও ঠিক তেমন। মাইমুনাকে নিয়ে আমি অনেক আশাবাদী ছিলাম, সে হয়তো সামনে আরও অনেক অনেক ধাপ অতিক্রম করবে। সেই জায়গা থেকে আমার অনেক খারাপ লাগছে, কিন্তু আমি যেটুকু মাইমুনাকে চিনি সে অনেক স্ট্রং মেন্টালিটি থেকে আসছে, তার হচ্ছে অনেক স্ট্রং যে বুদ্ধিগুলো থাকে, তীক্ষ্ণ বুদ্ধি দিয়ে সে সামনে অনেক দূরে এগোবে, তার জন্য আমার অনেক অনেক শুভকামনা।
থ্যাংক ইউ। নাদিয়া নাতাশা,
আমি আসলে গ্র্যান্ড অডিশনে ছিলাম, বাইরে থেকে দেখেছিলাম ডক্টর মুনিমের রান্না, তো আমার কাছে মনে হয়েছিল ও অনেক কিছু পারে বা অনেক স্ট্রং একটা মানুষ এই জায়গায় ক্ষেত্রে। বাট দুটো এপিসোডে যখন ও কাজ করেছে আমার যেটা মনে হয়েছে ওর নলেজের অনেক অভাব আছে, এটা বেসিক আমাদের অনেকেরই থাকে, যেহেতু আসলে সেই প্রফেশনের না। সো ওই জায়গাটায় হয়তো আমি যতটুকু দিয়েছিলাম অতটুকু নিতে পারিনি, বাট আজকে যেটা করেছে সে আসলে পুরোপুরি এফোর্ট দিয়েছিল। ওই জায়গাটাও আমার খারাপ লাগাটা আছে যে চেষ্টা করেছে সে অ্যাটলিস্ট যাওয়ার আগে, সো হয়নি, খারাপ তো লাগবে কারণ আমার টিমের একজন চলে যাচ্ছে, ওই জায়গাটায় খারাপ লাগছে। বাট আমি জানি যে সে আবার ব্যাক করবে, নিশ্চয়ই শিখে সে আবার আসবে, তার জন্য সবসময় শুভকামনা থাকে।
থ্যাংক ইউ। এবার যেটা আসলে রুলস, যে আজকে বটম 2 পার্টিসিপেন্ট আমাদের কাছ থেকে বিদায় নেবেন, তারা হচ্ছেন ডক্টর মুনিম এবং মাইমুনা। আমি তাদেরকে অনুরোধ করব এবারের সিজনের জন্য এই মহামঞ্চ ছেড়ে বিদায় নিতে।
Xem cái gì vậy? What were you doing here? Tôi không tin anh à, sao nhót. Okay, busy. Giang he bin. Hungry không đi ăn xong rồi. Jun hả? Cái gì vậy Bri? Mày nhon. Kinh lắm. Giang Tê Su. Easy peasy. Cô ấy bị nổ. Thế bao giờ bên mình có hàng bữa giờ hay ya bro bri. Let's farming. Chưa là chơi game ấy, xong rồi tôi có chơi game pet, chơi game này. Yes sir. Quá là bình chỉ lồng. No Hugea for me. Guardian. Sinh viên có vị trí nhân viên bày hàng bạn nha. Ây da. Cập nhật nó quả menu quả 11. Bri có bơ không? Tá dưa vàng lựu đỏ roi xài. Bên mình có bơ không ạ? Bên mình bơ bút còn hàng không ạ? Ok, Bri. Oh my god, trừ 1%. What? Why Bri sleep? Oh, bro, go all the long way. Go, go, go. Yes, sir. Khó khăn luôn ý. $16.000 một cân. Mười bốn này, 14. Very very cheap đấy.